Awesome. Here we go. I am so excited that you guys are tuning into the Gorgeous Gray Movement YouTube channel. And I have Hillary here from Florida. And hello, Hillary. Yes, actually Miami. So you can follow her on Instagram. Okay, so it's Silverstorm777. She has a lot of followers. She's a model. She's into health, into fitness. She's got long silver hair. Some of you call it gray. Some we call silver. You guys are getting familiar with the fact that when I do these interviews, that the colors are so diverse, right? No hair looks the same. So Hillary, I just want to say thank you so much for joining. And I'm just going to put you on speaker view so everybody can see you. And yeah, welcome. And the first question I have for you is, tell us your journey. Like, when did you start this journey of natural, hair? Because it was probably like the movement has definitely started since the pandemic, but you with your long hair started obviously before the pandemic. So let's hear about that beautiful story.
Well, first, thanks so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be on. So my story is perhaps a little bit different in that I never dyed my hair, and I've been gray since my 30s. And we're talking, I'm turning 60 in December, so it's almost like 30 years of this. And if you think back 25 years ago, 30 years ago, there was no internet, there was no support groups, there was no Instagram, none of that. So I was just sort of out there on my own. My natural hair is very, very dark. There's probably still like one piece or so that you can see in there. And I started getting gray hairs. I noticed it maybe even as early as my teens and in my 20s, but by my 30s, I was definitely salt and pepper with a lot of salt mixed in. And I actually liked it. I mean, I just thought it was different. I never equated it with age, I guess because I was so young. And I just thought, that's my hair. I'm going to go with it. At the same time, not everyone in the world felt that way. And I went through a lot of negativity from strangers, and I must emphasize, from women who felt it was their need to tell me that I would look so much younger, so much better. And why would you, do that to yourself? And these are strangers, not just friends. It's horrible. It's horrible to have to go through that. And I know that many women are still going through that now. But it was my choice, and I loved it. And certainly in my 40s, I still had people saying it to me. By the time I hit my mid 50s till now, it's gotten less, that people are more complimentary. And I guess because I'm so much older, so now it's a little more accepted. I have less people telling me, you'd be younger with dark hair or dyed hair. And it's shocking for me, shocking that women do that to each other. I don't understand it, but gray hair is a trigger. It's a real trigger. So you got to be prepared for that if you're on that journey.
Right. That is a big conversation that we could really dive into, right? What do you think the trigger is for women when they take a look at a woman like yourself or me? And, I started in my 40s 3 years ago, and definitely had the same comments. What the heck are you doing? I got messages from my friends. Did I just see your announcement? Oh my gosh, like you're going to age yourself 10 years. And it's almost like you said, the trigger. So what do you think that is about?
I'm being very honest. I think it is really their insecurity that is just overwhelming for them, because the decision to go natural, I mean, it is a natural color. It's the color that you're supposed to have at whatever age it is for you. It's unique to you. It's unique to the age it happens. It's unique in the color. This is something, it means you've got enough confidence to just embrace who you are. And this triggers a lot of women because they're so terrified for some reason of gray and aging, when it has nothing to do with hair color. For me, aging is a gift. And I know it's a cliche, but it really is. The vitality that women seek, which is equated with youth, has nothing to do with hair dye. You can be just very low, low self-esteem with dyed hair. It has nothing to do with, having gray. On the contrary, I think it actually complements your natural skin tone. And again, it can be a real confidence booster. And I will say that men have always been complimentary about it. It's women who put down other women. And that's something for a lot of the single women out there, or who are afraid, who are dating. I've had always from day one, men be super complimentary. And I think it's because it shows that you're confident, and confidence is always positive. It's always sexy. It's always whatever you want to, equate that with. And I encourage more women, if they're trying to do it, to just go for it. If you don't like it, you can always change it. But I have so many followers who are silver haired, and I interact with them all the time. I've yet to meet one who actually regretted the decision. I really have. And I know that they exist. I mean, of course that happens, and there's nothing wrong with it if you decide it's just not for you, because I really believe that women just need to feel good about themselves. I don't care what hair color it is. But most of them have said, wow, this is just, it's more than a hair color. It's, I feel so much better about myself. And it has a lot of positivity to it. That's the thing. That's all I say. I'm not here to tell someone you should do it, but it should be an option. That's the thing. We just want it to be an option, like any other color, like any other thing.
I love that. Women supporting women, whatever decision we make, right? And stop beating us up. We put ourselves out there, right? And we gotta lift and rise, help rise, the energy of women, and to embrace. So I love your movement. I think it's incredible. And who would have thought 30 years ago it would have turned into this beautiful movement that you created within. So you're like, I'm gonna say one of the
pioneers, yes.
The pioneer, like, to make this happen, which is great. And my mom too. My mom is, gone way before it was cool and trendy. Right. And she puts purple in her hair just as a signature mark, just to say, I'm still fun. I'm still playful. I love it. Oh, I've got 16 grandchildren. I'm fit, I eat well, and I feel young in my body. And I think that's a whole part of it. And I see on your Instagram, you are all about that. So can you talk to just, what motivates you at your age still to embrace? Like, first off, you look amazing. You're definitely a mentor for so many women. Thank you. But what message around health and fitness, and maybe even just share some of the things that you do on a daily basis to make sure that you are keeping your vibration high and feeling good from the inside out. I think that's so key.
Yeah, so that is definitely what I'm all about. I will call it a brand, only because that's the kind of business that I'm in, is 100% natural. And when I say that, I really mean it, in that I've never done Botox, fillers. I don't even do facials, no plastic surgery, because that's my personal choice. I don't really have a desire to change that much on the outside. For me, the key to aging is to be the healthiest and, in a sense, the fittest, whatever that means, but in terms of exercising daily and feeling good. I have a lot of women who contact me who are going through menopause and say, what did you do? How was it for you? And I said, honestly, it was a breeze. And I was very excited about it. So I was like, oh my God, I don't have my period anymore. How fabulous is that? I don't have to worry, And again, I equate that with daily exercise, just keeping yourself at a healthy body weight, whatever that means for you, based on your size, your age, your height, a balanced nutrition, and stop focusing so much on the outward aging. It's, if you go down, for me, and I know my personality, if I went down that rabbit hole and said, oh, wow, I've got the eye wrinkles. So you take care of that. Then I've got the wrinkles here, and then my neck, and then my chest, and then my arms. I have friends, they're doing work on their knees. They're doing work on their elbows. It will never stop, because you can't keep chasing aging. Aging is natural on the outside, but I'll be damned if there's something better than, taking a fitness class with women who are half your age and you're just keeping up with them and you feel good and you're the only gray haired one in there. And it's like, okay, because to me, that's more important is really, I call it health span versus lifespan. I mean, I want to live a really long time, but I want it to be healthy. I have no desire to live a long life and be on a lot of medication and unhealthy. I want to prevent as much as I can. And I think that helps with keeping the exercise is going to give you that energy, that's going to give you that vitality, that's going to give you that sparkle that everyone wants, and you will feel better about yourself. Because as women, we're under a lot of pressure, and I'm yet in a business that's beauty or looks oriented, and it's very easy to keep doubting yourself and looking at social media and seeing this image and that image. And I'm fighting ageism in a business that's very youth oriented. It's a struggle. So you need to somehow dig deep and just say, you know what, I'm going to be the best I can be for me, not compare yourself. I mean, everyone compares themselves in some sense, but not to make yourself crazy. Like, oh, I can't be, if you can't be as tall as someone, that's not going to be the end result. Don't look at someone else's body, look at your own. What do you see for yourself? And I think that's the best advice for women, just try to embrace the good that you see in you.
I love that message. I love that message. Keep it that simple. And it's simple, but sometimes it's hard to do for women.
I
But
know.
Great. Yeah, you say it's simple, but then I guess because I work with a lot of women one-on-one when it comes to their childhood trauma. So I'm a life coach. And so oftentimes how they're feeling about themselves now has everything to do with something that happened, right? So working with them. But I just want to say thank you so much for being that role model for so many women. I love your view on health. I think it's
now more than ever,
right? More than ever.
I mean, if you haven't had a wake up call in the last year and a half of saying, I really need to get my health under control, what you can control, because there's a lot of things that you have control over, and so many things that we don't. Obviously, a lot of illnesses come about to the healthiest people, but there is an enormous amount that can be prevented through, like I said, proper nutrition. And I never say the word diet because there's no, that's just a bad, don't go with that mindset. It's a lifestyle. You eat balanced nutrition and exercise as much as you can. Could be just walking every day for some people. I know that there are a lot of people dealing with, long-term injuries and stuff. There is always something you can do, and there's always something fun in activities. You hate the gym, take a group fitness class. You hate group fitness, go for a walk, do sports, anything. There's always something. If you try, you'll find something that motivates you, that keeps you going.
Love it. Well, thank you so much for just sharing your heart, your mission. I would highly recommend our viewers to go and follow Silver Storm 777.
Thank you.
She walks the talk. You can see and follow up with her and her stories. And I just want to shout out to all of the women that are either transitioning or thinking about it, that we are an amazing community. We're here to support. And when you get on Instagram or YouTube, you will see these unbelievable women and mentors who have gone before you that will cheer you on, hold your hand, and a lot of Facebook groups as well. So don't give up. There is a community to love on you hard. For more of these interviews, you can go to Gorgeous Gray Movement as well. And I get feedback all the time as these interviews help me break the fear. And so that's why I have taken this on to just get the stories out so more and more women can come and join and feel the freedom that so many women and the health benefits as well. So thank you, Hillary.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, ladies, for tuning in. Till next time.